Welcome to the Uncle Jimmy and Cousin Donnie show, sponsored by the Beacon Tab Signature Transportation Group and Mom and Dad Water. Cousin Donnie, your hair is looking...
Is it looking good?
Yeah, it's looking pretty good tonight, my man. How are you?
I appreciate it, man. Thank you. I'm doing well. I'm in a new setting tonight. I'm at Mom's, so I got a little different background tonight for everybody.
What happened? Did you get kicked out of the house?
Got kicked out. Yeah. She said no. She said no Uncle Jimmy in my house. So now I'm here at Mom's house. So, well, thank you everybody for joining us. Excited to have a show tonight. I know we took last week off. We had Keenan Connolly on the previous show, so after No Glove with him, and then we took a week off from the show, and now we're back at it. So excited to be on tonight. Jim, how are you doing?
You know, it's been a hectic week for me. I've got the Country Fest on Saturday, which my head is spinning. But just in general, it's with work and dealing with you and everything else has just been crazy.
Dealing with me. I'm the least of your problems.
Yeah, you're down at about 76 roughly. Yeah, you're down
out of 100.
Out of 100.
But yeah, no, it's been we had games last week against Flash and Melrose Park playoffs, and then you got your apple juice tonight.
Mm-hmm. Our new sponsor. We're gonna have apple juice.
Crown Royal.
Yeah.
Crown Royal
is sponsoring the Home Run Derby for the SSA this year.
Incredible.
So we got the we're going to be running the SSA Home Run Derby, but Crown Royal is going to sponsor the Home Run Derby for us, which is really cool. I met with him again, and we're going to start putting the Home Run Derby details together here. I'm going to get it out next week. So we've got a lot of stuff this week, though. We have the Dana Strong live draw this week on Sunday night. We'll be doing that. So we'll be on twice this week. With that, for those teams, just so you know, really quick, Donnie, while we're on it, before we go ahead, I know you have something special you want to kind of share. So I want to go ahead and let's see that real quick. There we go. So the Dana Strong softball tournament is obviously August 23rd. It's going to be at Wentworth Park. I've got, I think, 12 or 13 teams that have already paid. There's 2 or 3 teams that I know are in that are going to pay me. A couple of them are paying me tomorrow. But if your team is still interested, I will take teams up until I do the draw live Sunday night. So there's no reason not to, Donnie. I know that people have been paying, and we've been paying all sorts of things for the expenses of the tournament, which I'll post next week. Special thank you to Tommy Reamer and the Beacon Tap. He actually paid for the porta potties for the Dana Strong, so thank you so much for that.
Nice.
Steph McLaren, he actually donated $1,000 to the tournament, so was able to take care of some of the insurance and some of the other things that run with the tournament. And then also a big thank you to Al Maggs. Al Maggs also donated from his Toys Foundation, which was really cool to see. So the donations are starting to roll in, Donnie, which is usually this is the time of year that it does. And we're all appreciative for everything. But please, guys, the draw will be Sunday night. Please reach out to me if you're interested. We'll probably go live around 9 p.m. Sunday night, roughly, with the teams and the draw for the
Beautiful.
With everything that's going on in the world, I know you have something that you want to share as well. So why don't we get into that now?
Yeah. So kind of on the unfortunate side of things, we never like to talk about this kind of stuff. Unfortunately, it happens, every day where we lose people, but this one just kind of, hit closer to home because it's someone that a lot of us knew, a guy that we played with, a guy that we played against, a father, a teammate. Chris Rogers unfortunately passed away this week. A member of the Pharaohs team and a previous member of High Y. A really good figure in that game, and it's really, really sad to see, and it was kind of shocking news. Just kind of popped up on Facebook this week, and everyone's like, "What the hell happened?" But it is an unfortunate circumstance. So the prayers are with Chris Rogers' family and all his teammates and his people in his circle. So just wanted to put that out there and just kind of give my condolences for Chris. So I know you wanted to say something as well regarding that, Jim.
Yeah, I've only played against Chris. I've only had a handful of conversations with Chris. But anytime you see a guy that you are a competitor, anytime you see a guy that you play against quite often over the summer, these things happen. It's not a good feeling for anyone in the game of softball, whether you were buddy with Chris or whether you were someone like myself who maybe had a handful of conversations, but he was always the guy that always said hi to me.
Yep.
And I always gave him a fist bump or something back. So it's a sad day, and he's young, and I know he's got young kids, and so on. So it's just sad, and there's nothing else really I can say, but basically rest in peace. And I think it's something that no one really wants to talk about.
Correct. And Ace was a fan of our show. He would message me on the side, rumor mill topics for Washington Park teams that were making moves. He's the one who told me about him going to Pharaohs. With JB going to Pharaohs, he said, "Hey, so you don't hear this from anybody else. You hear it right from the source.
Right.
Pharaohs is going to be tough next year." And he's right. They were. They're a very, very good team. So just rest in peace to Ace Rogers. And I know there's been some nice things said on Facebook about him. And, if anyone has information regarding the services, feel free to post it in the comments. And that's kind of how we're going to have some exposure to that. So,
I would like to know, when the services are, of course, Donnie.
Yeah.
It's only, it's only right for us to get that information out there. I'm sure a lot of people in the softball world would love to attend. And it's just, honestly, the more you think about it, it's pretty sad. How old was he? Was he in his?
I want to say he was like 33 or 34 with 3 kids.
Yeah.
So terrible. So Trav said he'll let us know. Thank you, Trav. I appreciate it. If you want to just put it in the comments or post it on Facebook, we'll share the information.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's just it's crazy. And then when you hear about the kids, I think that's where it really kind of hits a little bit. I have kids, and I can only imagine.
Oh God.
It's got to be awful. So, and I do know that, I believe he was a guy that was an incredible competitor too.
Tough on the field.
Tough. A little cockiness to him, which I think we all liked, right?
Yeah, he was a college baseball player and came over to play the 16-inch game, and great defensive player this year for that Pharaohs team, and we've had some good moments over the years. So, but there you go. Yeah.
Yep. So
we want to talk about our guest tonight is a great person for the game on a lighter note. Talking about a wonderful family who we've had on the show before. We've had his mom on the show before, which is rare in this program. But the great Tommy Lentine Jr. will be joining us tonight. Trav, of course. He said, "Appreciate you guys showing love to my bro, Ace Rogers," who actually Ace played for Trav with High Y, so I'm sure there's a great connection there. Hey.
Yeah, I think, I don't want to kind of beat a dead horse in regards to it, but of course, Trav, we're
Yeah.
I mean, anytime. I mean, like I said, anytime we see someone like that, it's just not. It's not right, man. And I don't know why God or whoever does the things they do. It's weird. It's weird how things work. So, but our prayers are with him and his family, and we'll hopefully continue on with our show and make sure that we honor him. And also, you're talking about a guest. I mean, I had Tommy Lentine Jr. as somebody who was joining our show tonight. And the reason why I was saying that is because he has ideas.
Yeah.
And we don't know. And the reason why we did this, Donnie, is you and I don't know his ideas.
So this was kind of a spur of the moment text from a Mr. JP who was very close with Tommy and said, "Hey, you guys need to have Tommy on your show. He's got some great ideas for the major game."
Yeah.
And we said, "Okay." Didn't ask any questions. We said, "Tommy, you free on Tuesday at 9:30?" He said, "Yeah, I'll be available." So that's how that kind of came into fruition.
Yeah, and I like it because I feel like we're hearing it with all the followers the same time that they're hearing it, and I think it's something that. And now if it's a dud, I'm going to tell Tommy that the idea sucks, and I'm going to call JP. And
you have to yell at JP. Yeah.
But if the idea sucks, you better believe he's going to get an earful from me, Donnie.
Right. Yeah, I'm on board.
You're probably well aware of that, right? That's coming.
I do know how you work, Jim.
Okay, just want to make sure. So, why don't we go ahead? I know I'm going to bring Tommy on, and then why don't we, before we get into his idea, let's talk about the teams that have won this week.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me get him on so he's not in the green room. I don't want him to get drunk and forget about his ideas. So, hold on. There he is. There he is. Look at
What's up, fellas?
Look at the hair, dude.
Not as good as Donnie's. Not as good as Donnie's.
Look at the hair.
Tommy, do you still get your haircut at Magoo's Styling Cafe or a cave?
I did get it cut there once. Joel took care of me very nice. Unfortunately, I haven't been back there, but it wasn't because of him. I just had someone else that usually does it for me.
You just wanted the interview.
Yeah, right. Totally spur of the moment. But happy to help him out. No doubt.
Don, what happened to your interview, Donnie? I know
that's where I get my hair. You know what? Kind of in the archives, I think, in Joel's phone. You're back in his camera roll, but that's where I get my haircut too, and I would advise anyone to go check out Joel. He does a great job.
Absolutely.
All right, Tommy, before we get to you and your ideas, we want to go ahead and recognize some teams. I didn't want you to sit in the green room too long, so I brought you on. Our first team here, there
you go.
Donnie. You see who it is, right?
Yeah, the ISSA Iowa State champions. Yes. With the MVP, Mr. Matt Big Cat Mackey.
Yes.
It's Chuck Softball.
Chuck Softball. I'm going to try to zoom in there on Mackey a little bit to see how he looks. But, there's the Chuck squad team there. Obviously, they won the Iowa tournament 2 weekends ago. Well, it'll be, I guess, 2 weekends coming up. So, congrats to them and Matt Mackey. I don't know how many home runs he hit. Do you know?
I think he hit 2 in the championship game.
Okay, nice. Still doesn't have the power that you have, Donnie, though.
No, Tommy doesn't even. he doesn't come close to Tommy. That's for sure.
No, not even a chance. So, the next team here that we have, and this is the champions.
Jimmy, how do you pronounce that, Jim? Go ahead, tell me.
Slap a hole.
Yeah, there you go. Slap-a-ho softball at Mayfair Park Women's League. So congrats to Slap-a-ho.
Yes. It looks like 10 years in a row they've won the league.
What? 10 years in a row.
Crazy?
Very
10
impressive.
years in a row.
That's a dynasty right there. Yeah. Slap-a-ho is the dynasty of softball.
Congrats to Slap-a-ho. I love the name. And then,
there you go.
And then Donnie.
Yeah.
We have.
Go ahead. The Bulger Park A division. That's Goodwood winning the A division, and that's a very good team right there for that A level. That's a very solid squad.
Yeah, this is the team that disappointed Uncle Jimmy all season long. Though I picked them in tournaments, and they shit the bed on me.
Yeah, they did. They sure did.
not Uncle Jimmy hasn't been happy with them for sure,
No.
but that's okay. So before we get to Tommy again, I just want to say hello. We got a shit ton of people jumping on. Well, get our boy Timmy Kornikowski. Welcome to the show. Jake McTeague, welcome to the show. Phil McHugh, Mel,
Slap a hoe.
Slap a hoe.
Tommy, we got to have Lauren put a stop to that 10-peat.
Our boy Pops.
I keep telling her to get in, but she is not a fan of the 16-inch game herself. She is not.
Oh, does she play? Is that a no-glove league?
I think it is. I think it is. I can double check with my sister, but I think it is.
Okay.
It's a no-glove league, Donnie.
Your sister on that team?
She used to be. I don't know if she played this year, but she has in the past. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
So, Tommy.
Yes, sir.
Tell
Yes,
everyone who you are before we get into your idea.
How'd
you get in softball?
Really quick, Tom, is this the first time you've been on the show?
It is. It is. Thanks for having me, fellas. And if I can, really quick, to follow you guys up, my condolences to the family of Chris Rogers, his teammates, his family, his friends.
Yeah.
A soul taken away too soon. And just know that you're in my thoughts and prayers, and as well as the rest of the softball community, for sure.
Oh yeah. Well said. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I mean, I'm sure most people who know 16-inch softball know that softball has been a part of my family for a long time. Between my grandfather, my uncles, my father, brother, sister, we've all been playing for a long time. And I really got my start in 16-inch softball way back in grammar school, playing for 7th and 8th grade at St. Francis Borgia. Some of the Sherwin brothers are from there. Frank Jekyll, Chrissy Daggs, all guys that went through Borgia. Some of my friends, Danny Kaplis, used to play with me on Impact and on Trash. And actually, I think the first team I ever played for was a team out of Mount Prospect called the Mavericks back in the Classic League through Mount Prospect. And after that, I played a little bit for the Monster Shooters and Ray Zarnick, Bobby Plesniak, that team. And then stepped away from it a little bit during college to play baseball. And then when I came back, it was my uncle Frankie who got me onto Trash. And I played for Mr. JT Lynham for about 3 years. Had a blast. We finished, I think, second 1 year in the ASA Major Nationals. I think it was the year that Psychopaths came here and played the SSA. So that back when it was split up separate weekends. But after that, I was able to join Impact and finally play with my dad and brother. 1 year with Chris, and then he jumped over to the 45s. And then we had a falling out a bit, but nothing that I think things happen. And then I was very lucky to be able to help my father start March. So trying to keep it going. We're trying to have a strong end of the year. But yeah, that's who I am. So where I'm from.
Am I cutting in and out a little bit, Donnie, or no?
No, you're fine. You seem to be okay.
So, Tommy, I appreciate that. The introduction. For those that don't know who you are, I know we have a lot of followers. I know Donnie's hair brings a lot of followers in from the country. So
very popular, very popular part of the
show. But let's jump right into it, because I am very curious to know about what JP is talking about, and if it does suck, I'm going to tell you it sucks. Okay.
Feel free. Probably will.
JP tells me it's very interesting, and I'm not going to yell at you. I'm actually going to yell at JP. Okay.
No pressure, Tom. We
no pressure.
Essentially just want to help understand. I mean, you've been around the game a long time, and now you've mentioned that your uncles and your grandfather and your dad, who hits 950 off of me as pitcher, and then your brother is a huge part of the game in whatever team he plays for. But, just want to bring some exposure to, you've been around the game for a while and you've seen things, and I want to hear what's on your mind with this thing.
Yes, and before you start, our boy Joe Mazda.
Love Joe Mazda.
He just commented out there, Joe, we're going to send you to umpiring school. Donnie and I are going to do the
Not me.
We're going to show you Joe what 6 feet is. All right, Joe? So go ahead, Tommy.
Yeah, no, I been tuning into your guys' show now for, as much as I can. And, I've been around the game a long time, have only been playing, 10, 15 years, especially at the higher level. But I certainly remember what it was like back when, my dad was in his prime, and Jimmy, you were younger and you were playing in the major game, and the commitment level that it took, and back when there was all the qualifiers and all that stuff, and it was a lot. And people were committed, and it was great for the game. Just you guys have been since watching your guys' show, you guys have been, I know, reaching out and asking people for their opinions on how to make this game better. And I encourage everybody out there, if they have any kind of idea, to reach out to you guys and get the word out, because there is, as much as these ideas might be bad, I don't know, there is no bad ideas, because Correct. I think we can all agree we are staring down the barrel of, this game maybe going away, at the highest level, because, you can name the reasons why, commitment in, quote unquote teams stacking up, younger teams not wanting to, stick together, go through the bad times, and then test themselves and challenge themselves to play the highest level, but there's a million reasons why. But, I think, the last couple of years helping my father run March, and him kind of handing things over to me more this year, it's definitely been an eye-opening experience in terms of, trying to run a team and trying to make sure every game that we have bodies there, or, even a quality team to put on the field. and I think, one of our biggest issues right now is, it seems guys are having a tough time committing to, multiple days a week of major softball. The average age of major softball, at least from my perspective, is getting older, where I'm 33 now, and, I don't see much more younger kids coming through the system to keep this game going. So we may need to, in order to grow the game, I think maybe an idea is to take a little bit of the less is more approach, and somehow kind of figure, and again, I don't want to step on Forest Park, Melrose Park, Washington Park, Clyde, all these places that have been great and given us places to play. But I think maybe we need to start being proactive and maybe start exploring somehow, some way, how to figure out how to play the major game at least just one night a week.
Yeah.
And try to get guys out there. If you can commit to just, hey, a Wednesday night is the major night league. And my idea takes it even further in terms of maybe even bringing more of a classic league approach to it, where you have divisions. We can ideally we use multiple parks. You can have, games going on down at Kennedy or Mount Greenwood, games going down maybe up in Glenview or even out in Schaumburg, and games in a neutral site, more like Forest Park and Melrose Park.
Yep.
And I think everything needs to be double headers. The single games and the driving 45 minutes for some guys, both north side and south side, is really starting to take its toll, I think, and show its face.
Yeah.
So, that's one of the ideas I have. Try to form one. I've just been calling it a super league, whatever you want to call it.
So I believe, and quote me if I'm wrong, if there's viewers out there, I believe Sal Milazzo and
who's that?
Some guy that tells you how to pitch all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
I believe believe he tried something like this in the past.
Okay.
And I know that Forest Park, one of the leagues had an issue with it. Now, but to
I can imagine.
your point, I really, and I'm not going to tell you it's a bad. It's actually a really good idea, Tommy. So, what you're saying is, and I think Sal's was a little different from what you were saying, but the one night a week I think is huge from a standpoint of families, more things to do. Yes, you play less, but then it also allows guys to play more or do other things in parks and so on if they want, right?
Grows the park game. Absolutely.
Yeah, it grows the park. And I don't know if you guys heard the news, but I saw Grant Park is demolishing their softball fields, and they're not going to be playing 16 in softball anymore. For those that know about Grant Park, your dad.
That was a great tournament.
Grant Park was kind of the staple of 16 in softball for the longest time. Yeah. And so, to your point, with the game kind of not growing, right? One of the reasons why Donnie and I wanted to really run this show is to have an open forum for everyone to have comments, everyone to have an opinion. And I think we're growing from a standpoint of more people watching our show. But this is now the second year. And I think, to your point, Tommy, we're going to put some of these things in fruition next year, right? I mean, I think we're going to run our own tournament. We're gonna try to do our own players association after the year. We're gonna to bring ideas like what you're talking about to reality. Here I always say this, and it goes to your point with the one league. Without the players, you have no game, right?
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah.
So
it's everything.
Regardless, whatever association it is, I don't care if it's the SSA, ASA. If they have no players, they have no association. So, to bring your idea to reality, what steps do you think would have to happen?
Yeah, I mean, first off, you're going to have to convince the major teams to want to do it, right? Because, like you said, no players, no game. So you're going to have to convince these teams that have played at Forest Park, at Melrose, at Washington Park to maybe step away. And maybe there's a way you can do it for teams that still want to play two leagues out there to keep it going. But it's going to take a toll on those leagues if for the major teams to walk away from them. And teams have played there for a long, long time, some teams for sure. Outside of that, Jimmy, I don't think you're wrong. I don't think the current organization that's running things has been too open about hearing changes to the game of softball. So it might take a new organization.
Yeah.
Or at least some
cooperation.
Cooperation at a minimum to even get this thing jump started.
Yeah.
And it'll take time. It ain't going to happen in one season. There's going to be tweaks. There's going to be things that get messed up, and you got to just be able to correct them and move forward. But
and we're going to stop there. Donnie, read this comment. I think this comment is a pretty good one.
So this is Pat Devereaux said, I think One Nation and USSSA and their player and team ranking rules are something to look at. This will force the lower teams that win a national or any major tournament to move up to the next level because the players get reclassified. You can petition, but board will review. So that's how they do it in the 12-inch game. If you're successful at a certain level, you're no longer allowed to play at that level because you're now classified as a higher level player. We see it a little bit in certain tournaments like Papa Hops with the major player rule, things like that, but they have a large group of people that can't go play with other teams in different parks because they are not allowed. It kind of goes against what Tommy's saying about building the park leagues, though, because you still want those park leagues to be successful. You still want your guys to go out to play Kennedy, and you still want your guys to go out and play. But
Donnie, I've never heard of a park telling a major player they can't play in the season.
Sure.
But I've heard them saying they can't play in tournaments.
Right.
I think that, I mean, the classification thing, what Pat is saying is is pretty interesting. You could pretty much come out with a top 100 major player list or 50.
Sure. And those guys are major players.
The number ends, right? I mean, we all know who the major players are, who's good, who's not. I mean,
it's determined by team. It's kind of how that goes. And Mark says, and the association can't classify a team that hasn't played as major. So that would be like your Savage or Hammer the Clam, who are designated as major on the SSA list.
I don't agree, though, with how we do it, right? And this is the reason why. You could have a guy who's a pinch runner on a major team.
Mm-hmm.
He's classified as major, and he's now not allowed to play with his buddies.
Yep.
That's not right to me. I think that's why you have a major list, because we all know on the major teams, if you're a starter, you're for the most part, you're a major player. There's a handful of guys that probably maybe start for a major team that are not major players, and I can't think of any right now off the top of my head. But I'm just saying in general, we all know who every guy on Flash, for the most part, with the exception of Will Russ, I'm going to throw him out there, is probably a major player, right?
Yeah.
So, same thing I would say with our team with 45s.
Yeah.
I mean, every guy, for the most part, I think, except for a couple of our guys that never see the field, are major players, right? So, I mean, you kind of know, I think. It's just me. That would maybe help some of the B and A teams where a guy maybe who's a pinch runner on the 45s or a guy who is a utility guy on the 45s who maybe is not a major player can go play with an A team or a B team. And I think that's where he's going with that, with Pat, with the classification.
Makes sense. I just think it's an easier way, a kind of a faster way to determine who major players are. Oh, what team do they play for? Okay, he's major. Whereas he might not even play. He might not even a pinch hit. He might not even a pinch run. But let's bring it back to what Tommy's kind of talking about. Tommy, where did this idea stem from? What kind of gave you the inspiration for this? Was it something that happened this year with March, or was it just kind of a accumulation of things that have happened over the last couple of years?
Yeah. Honestly, I mean, this year with March, and like I said, being more in that leadership role or that guy who's kind of organizing things for us, that definitely contributes to stuff like this. But I mean, I've been around and I've played long enough. I've talked to guys who are sick and tired of driving, for one game at 9:15 at Forest Park. They're sick and tired of maybe having the split doubleheader. They're tired of going Monday and Thursday, and sometimes you might have a Monday, Wednesday, Thursday game, depending on how your schedule falls. But I mean, it's nothing crazy I don't know. I just think in the day and age we have now, I don't think it's that difficult to have some kind of system to set up that we can, it's not like you need the organization to be at the parks. You can have somebody texting in scores to somebody and running it, through online and through the internet.
Yeah, I don't think the SSA runs a league, right? I don't even think they run Melrose, do they?
No, they might assist sometimes.
Yeah.
But no, they don't run a league. No. But why not?
To your point, you mentioned system, you could use game changers. There's no reason why a coach can't do game changer. Whoever does the book for the team could use game changer instead of the book. Like they do it at every travel tournament in the history of baseball now. So there's no reason why they can't use game changer. And I think that solves everything that you're saying. But I'm just trying to think on how. See, the problem is the entry fees and where that money gets split up amongst the parks. Because in order to use Forest Park, they're going to want money, right? They're going to want some type of entry fee. In order to use Melrose or some of these other parks, they're going to want money. Yeah. So I wonder how you can create like a regular season with it and then use the parks to your point, right? Yeah. It's all one league. But it's using kind of like what we're doing with the tournament. We're using 5 different parks, but it's one tournament, right?
Right.
Kind of like Papa Hops. They use 3 different parks, one tournament.
Yep.
Right.
And your point, yeah, it would suck to have to drive to Mount Greenwood, but if you're only doing it once or twice a year, not a big deal. If
Right.
if you're driving out to Mount Prospect or Melrose or whatever the Northside League is, Schaumburg, not a big deal.
Right.
But I think you'd have to limit it to 3 parks, in my opinion. I think
That's fair.
you know,
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
you know,
I was just using parks as examples on the south side,
Mhm.
north side, and
yeah.
neutral sites, but
You do like Forest Park, Melrose, and like Oak Lawn, something like that.
something like that. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
that's fine. I mean, you
Or
got people, you're gonna have to drive a little bit regardless. Nothing's gonna be in your backyard, but
But the thing you have going for you is that it's 1 day a week.
it's one day a
You're
week.
expecting to drive that 1 day a week.
right.
Right. Right. And
And
there's
with it being
go ahead.
Wednesday night, you stay away from Mondays that no one wants to play after a tournament anyways.
Right.
Nope.
And then
Wednesday would be good.
you stay away from Tuesday, Thursday park leagues like Kennedy and some of the things they got on the north side as
Yep.
well. And
Yep.
so your
Thursday
Wednesday
night.
night, depending on how many teams you have, if you get 16 teams, you're having basically 8 games.
Yeah. It all depends on how long or how many teams when you get into the league. And it's like I said, ideally it would be double headers. So I
Yeah,
mean, you could start and you could start it later. You don't got to start April 20th when it's cold outside. We could start in May and
right,
run it through Forest Park, and then maybe the playoffs start right after Forest Park. So there's some games leading into the
right.
major nationals, but
The
uh,
only issue I think the kickback is if you have a rain on Wednesday, now you don't play for 2 weeks.
and
Right. So it's
I,
almost like you got to have that makeup rain date, which then becomes an issue. But yeah,
potentially,
it makes sense.
potentially. I mean, like I said, there's a lot of details that would have to get worked out, and maybe you
Yeah.
could even make it where a rain date falls on you come on a Sunday or a
Sure.
Saturday. I don't know, to make up those games. At
Right.
least it's on the weekend and people can plan for that. In terms of the money, yeah, you're gonna have to come up with some money, but maybe if you pitch it as like this is the best league, you can find some sponsors, some league sponsors. You
Yeah.
know, to kind of help along with that. And, just ideas.
Yeah. No,
Uh,
I like the
you know,
idea.
Good
How
idea.
many how many teams does Forest Park have in their league? Is it 16?
it's 14 or 16, I think.
Donnie, look it up, Donnie. Quick scores. And
I don't
then
have.
look,
I don't think it used to be that many. I
I don't
think they kind
have
of expanded.
you don't have your phone. Oh, you don't have your computer. I
Hey,
forgot.
I think I can look it up really quick. Let's see.
I want to say it's 14.
Yeah, that sounds right. While Tommy's looking it up, we have a couple good comments. Pat Clark says, I'm sure it's been mentioned, but wow, does this Lentine guy have got great hair? Pat Devereaux said equalizer tournaments to promote B and A. Sean Quinn says they didn't let Savage in, but they let Line Drive play this year, and they won 3 years ago, which is interesting. And then Greg P. Gump says PMAC from F Town is definitely major without a major deal. So there you go. Jim Schumacher. Will one night a week be enough playing time? With the caliber suffer because lack of play? Jim, to kind of answer that, in my perspective, this will incentivize guys to play in other leagues. This will it's great to play with your team and you'll still do that once a week, but then you go out and play in other parks with great competition and you'll see those major guys in those other parks because those are the other nights they can play. Is that kind of right, Tom?
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, I don't know if your guys' teams are going through this personally, but I know right now, I mean, every park league is finishing up their playoffs and their championships, in the next weeks or so. They have been going on, are about to go on, and we still have league games at Forest Park. And I don't know if Melrose is doing another tournament or not
I
to
think so.
end of the year, but it would help guys, be able to commit to their teams and not feel like they're walking away from them in the most important time of the year. Like
Great point.
they want to be there for them.
Great point.
Um, so that's just part of the thinking towards it.
Yeah.
But
Well, I mean,
and if you can grow the park game, which is that's kind of been dying out too, and why not? Why not take a shot at it?
yeah. I mean, that's a good point. My boy, shout out to Steve Batnich, but Steve said this to me a while ago. He had mentioned about parks and he said something about the reason why softball is dying is because you don't have any of the park leagues anymore in the city of Chicago really playing softball. And he's right, because I'm just using the South Side as an example. We used to have Wentworth Park on Monday, Wednesday for men's, and they don't have a league. We used to have a Normandy. I believe Normandy still does have a league on a small scale. We used to have the other park on 59th and Central. I can't think of the name of it. They don't have a league anymore. And there was always 5, 6, at least 6, 7, 8 teams over there. There's just, you just don't hear about them anymore. And then, I know I've been out of the parks for some time now, but just don't have the time to play them anymore. But at the same time, you don't really hear. I mean, you hear about Kennedy, but I mean, I played in Kennedy for 15 years. It was definitely a better park league, but it was still a park league and a lot of fun with your buddies. Mm-hmm. Minuteman, yes, Manuel, thank you, buddy. Minuteman is the one I was thinking of. So there's a lot of park, like Oak Lawn still has a shit ton of teams and leagues and stuff like that.
They do.
So there's leagues out there. I just feel like, to your point though, this makes a lot of sense because let's just say, I mean, we all know there's probably 16 major teams in softball
that 14 at Forest Park, yeah.
Right. You got 14, and then you got Moneyline,
Iowa,
Meatball, and then you got Dynasty that doesn't play in Forest Park.
The Iowa guys.
Yep.
Chuck's Hall of Fame.
But you think Iowa would drive down for 1 night a week?
No. It's just in Major Ball. You said teams in Major Ball.
Yeah. So 17 teams, and who knows? The Iowa guys might. They're fucking crazy enough. They might drive down for 1 night a week.
If they get a doubleheader,
Drew's not that far, right?
Yeah, Drew will be there.
He's not that far.
Yeah, I mean, so if you do have 17 teams, so let's just say you sneak an 18th team in there, you would have nine games every Wednesday. Basically, 18 games every Wednesday because you're playing a doubleheader. Now, right. I would think if you did that, you would play each team twice.
Right.
So you go out to that and you just play that same team twice on that night, right?
You could do that or try to make it work where you
4 teams.
Break it up a little bit. Yeah.
I kind of like
that's how Westchester. I know Westchester used to run it like that, where you'd go out and play doubleheaders against the same teams. I mean, the only problem there is if you are missing guys, then you kind of.
I would hate that.
Yeah, you're kind of out of luck there. But
right.
But the goal of this is to get more guys out there. Maybe with less games, there'll be better games.
Well,
overall.
I mean, the cool thing is you could finish the league in probably less than 11 weeks with playoffs.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
So if you do get a couple rainouts, you have a lot of time to still get leagues done.
Build it in. You might have the entire month of August,
right,
to get all rainouts in if you need it.
Too, the other cool thing, and the one thing I'd like to take from Kennedy, and why I feel people like Kennedy so much, is you also play. I think they have. I want to say they have 10 teams, and only 4 make the playoffs.
You gotta play.
Okay.
So incentive.
If you do have 18 teams, and only 12 teams made the playoffs, that would be, to me, that would be pretty cool because now those games mean something. And then if you throw cash on those games, at the end of the year, your team's out of it, you still go out and play for cash.
Right. Yeah, why not? I mean, that used to happen all the time. At least my grandfather used to say some big money games back in the day.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea. I'd be curious to see how we would make that work. Basically what I think you'd have to do is you'd have to call Forest Park. You'd have to call the Melrose, which is run by, I believe, Izzy and Patty. They claim they don't make any money on the Melrose League. I know Forest Park does. They run it to make money, which you can't blame them. It's a business. But I'd be curious to see what Forest Park actually makes. Mm-hmm. And if we were to match that, and then also what Melrose makes, and then whatever night we can snag either Oaklawn or Kennedy or one of those parks on the south side of what that league would make on a Wednesday. And if all 3 parks make the same as that money that they made this year, I don't see why they wouldn't do it, right?
Right. I don't see why. I mean, you're taking right now the Forest Park Major League is Monday, Wednesday. You can will take Wednesday. You guys can expand either your A League or find another league to play on Monday nights there.
Sure, you can get like a co-ed, or they play 14-inch out there. There's plenty of opportunity for them to fill the space with that.
Right.
That's a good point.
Or have a day open for rainouts.
Yeah.
In any league that you run there.
Yeah.
But a lot of details to be worked out for sure.
That's a good point.
Fun idea.
I like it. Any other questions, Donnie, for that idea?
No, I mean this is cool, and I'm glad that you use the platform correctly. You used it to its advantage, Tom. I appreciate it. Let me just go to a comment really quick. Greg P. Gump says, shout out to Jalen Smith, just turned 25 in his absolute softball prime. And then Jalen responded and said, that guy's washed, which is kind of funny. So congrats to 25 for Jalen out in Iowa. But yeah, no other questions from me, honestly, Tom. I think we did all right with getting your idea out there. If I'm being honest.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, guys, for having me on. I mean, like I said, it's still a work in progress. It's just something I was thinking and have been thinking about.
Yeah.
Talked about it over the weekend with, JP, and thank you, JP, for getting in touch with Jimmy and having this work out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's definitely something I'm more willing to talk about in the future, or even off the show when we see you guys at the field, But
happy birthday. I believe Chris Miller had his birthday party or something over the weekend.
Listen, I got a bone to pick. I got a bone to pick with Chris Miller. Okay, I hear about this party every year. He has this great
annual
birthday
Miller party,
and it's softball guys everywhere having fun.
I know. I got invited. Donnie, did you get invited?
I've never been invited. Never been invited one year. So, Chris, my feelings are hurt. I hope you're watching because when you do invite me, I will be there.
I
was at a wedding on
Saturday, so
unreal.
I want to share this really quick. I was at a wedding on Saturday for one of our guests that we had on the show.
Okay.
Oh, that's awesome.
If you go way back in the day, and you remember when we interviewed Abby Ramirez.
Yeah, Michigan softball player.
She got married on Saturday. I attended the wedding, and unfortunately, I could not go to Chris Miller's party.
Unreal.
I was invited. And he even texted me saying, did you get the invite? And I'm like, you know what? I didn't, but I did hear about it because he told me about it. So I do apologize, but Chris, I will be at the party next year, only if Donnie's not invited.
If I don't get invited, I'm going to be pissed again, like I was this year.
Donnie, I'll bring you as my guest, okay?
Thank you. I just want to be a +1.
+1.
You'll be my +1 next year. So, but Tommy, any other ideas while we have you on the show?
Any more like in terms of how to help Major Ball? I mean,
just any ideas. If you don't have any ideas, any questions for Donnie and I that you would like to ask us in regards to our opinions on something or whatever it may be.
I mean, I have more ideas. I mean, we could save that for another time because it's really something I really would not want to see happen to 16 softball.
Yeah.
But it could be saved for another time. But yeah, I mean, what do you guys think? You guys think that's something that could be done? I know, like you got to get the parks involved, and it's going to be money involved. But I mean, I think most major teams, just my opinion, most major teams would be interested in that. At least the guys on the teams might be interested in that. But
yeah, I mean, I just think we have to adapt with times. And this is something that I've been saying for 3 and 4 years with the tournaments. No one wants to play the 4-day bullshit tournaments anymore. I know that they tell me I'm one of 5% that say that, but I think that number is closer to 95% than 5% on all the players that I speak to. I mean, and I think commitment shows that, okay? There's only a select few teams that have guys that show up all the time. And if you look at even the best teams, our commitment levels are not where it should be with certain guys on certain teams. And that's some of your better players. So I just think if you shorten it and you make it more, just make it more timely and make it better for everyone to attend it's not as many days. I think attendance does get better, which in return for what you're saying is the games get better and people want to play more. Right now, I feel a lot of times when we play teams and they're missing a bunch of guys, and it just doesn't have that same intensity.
No.
Like, I'd be curious. We play Flash tomorrow in Forest Park. I'd be curious to see what our teams look like tomorrow in Forest Park.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
hopefully you guys play.
Well, yeah, but
it's supposed to rain more.
No, just attendance and.
Gotcha.
You know.
Sure.
Yeah.
There's some rain, Tom.
Yeah. Stuff you never thought you'd see, but things happen. And I'm not.
Well, it happens. I feel like the last 3-4 years, it happens after Forest Park all the time.
Oh, then no doubt.
Nobody wants to play, and I think Nate Mercado or somebody a couple years ago had mentioned we should move Forest Park to Labor Day weekend, and then it would allow teams to have full commitment all season long. You know what I mean? And you put nationals, the glove nationals, the weekend of Forest Park, because I think a lot of the teams. Let's just say if no glove nationals were coming up Labor Day weekend, all your teams right now would be fully committed to showing up.
Oh, no doubt.
They would know that come Forest Park, they want to be on the field.
Yes, they do. There's an argument to be heard there for sure. I mean, the 16-inch game is a no glove game, right? So why wouldn't your Super Bowl be the last tournament of the year? Right. I think that was your term, Donnie. The Super Bowl. This is our Super Bowl, Forest Park. But until it happens, or until Forest Park moves off of that weekend, I don't know.
Yeah.
So.
No, it's that's never going to happen. I mean, we know that, but it's just in general. I feel sometimes you have certain people that run the game. They're not out for the best interest of the game. They're out for the best interest of something else. And I'm not saying that's that's just in life in general, I feel. And a lot of times when you look at it, there's certain people that I feel are not out for the best interest of the game sometimes, right? And I think that's to your point. I don't know. I mean, it's a great question, and it's something we can. It's funny, I was going to say, you answered my last question before I even asked it. That's the first on the show.
He's watched the show once or twice, Jim.
I like that, Don.
Yeah.
He's prepared.
So, Tommy, I don't know if you want to stay on. You can. We're going to go ahead and pick the
A glove tournament.
Yeah.
A glove tournament that's this weekend coming up. So
sounds good. Yeah.
Don,
I'll stay on. I got nothing going on.
Yeah. I'm going to go here. Because your idea was good, I'm going to let you stay on the show, right, Tommy?
I appreciate it, Jim. Thanks.
So, Donnie, can you see that or no?
Not really. It looks.
Let me zoom in.
It looks really small, unfortunately.
Hold on. Let me zoom in on my end here. I'm zooming out. That's not good.
No. My boy CC, he says green all the way through. Listen, I don't know what this means. This is Jimmy. While you figure this out, it's a little side conversation.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm almost there.
So CC, we were playing against them in the Melrose tournament, Tommy, and he's sitting behind. He's coaching the remix team who ended up winning the tournament, and he keeps late in the game pitching, and he keeps telling his players green all the way through, and I don't know what it means. But they hit the shit out of the ball. So whatever that means.
Yeah, they hit the ball that weekend for sure.
They sure did. They scored a ton of runs. Whatever CC was talking about with that was working, and I want to know what the hell that means because I'm going to start using that hopefully and hitting like they did. CC, I also want to say I know you may not have been on the show when we were talking about this, but I know you were close with Ace, and he was a player on your team, and we gave our condolences a little bit earlier in the program to Ace or Chris Rogers and his family. So I know CC, that's your guy, and I just wanted to make sure that if you have anything you want to say, please feel free. Obviously. Okay, so it's an NBA 2K reference. I wouldn't know that. Tommy, are you a gamer?
I am not. I might be the worst video game player in the world.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead.
I see you as a Fortnite guy.
I've got it pulled up, Donnie, where I can see it.
Big Fortnite player.
I did not know that. That's funny.
Yeah.
Donnie, are you ready?
Go ahead. What do you got?
Game 1, Thursday night, 7 p.m. on Field 2. We have the Shockers versus Family.
Ooh, Shockers is Hooch's team.
Okay.
Shockers take that.
So Shockers take that. It's tough to put a line on a Cubs game,
That's
but
fine. We'll just say winners losers.
No, what's your line, Donnie? Come on, you got to do something this year on the show.
That's so rude. That's insulting. How about you put the line? I'll tell you who's going to win. You put the line.
All right, Shockers. I'm gonna go. I don't know who the hell the Family is.
I don't know either.
Is it a bunch of Dagos? Famiano?
Are they playing the Sopranos?
I don't know. Never heard of the Family. So
it's all right. Shockers. Shockers
by put a line on a team you don't know. So we'll just say Shockers win and advance to future. Shockers and future.
Future is probably the favorite or the second best odds in this tournament. I would say future in this game, but in a close one. Shockers have some good athletes, some college baseball players that are coming right out of college, so they should be ready to go for this one.
And what do you got future's odds to win the tournament?
Plus 250.
All right.
Tommy, what do you got on that?
Futures odds?
Yeah.
Yeah, plus 250 plus. Yeah, 250 is a good number.
Seems pretty good, right? Futures.
That's a good number.
Yeah.
I have Family plus infinity to win the tournament. And I have the Shockers.
Good value. Good value.
Good value. I got the Shockers at I gotta go what? 1800 plus 1800.
I'd say they're probably plus 1,000.
Okay, we're gonna go 1800. We're gonna
plus 800.
We're gonna give them good money. That's all.
Okay.
So the next game is Hardway versus Legends. That's a Friday night game at 8:15.
Give me Hardway in that one.
Yep, Hardway. I like Hardway too.
Oh, here we go. It's not the Family. It's just Family. Okay, Washington Park team. Okay, that's good. Thank you. Cool. Racer Williams said it's just Family. Okay, so we got
Racer Williams. Let your guys know you're infinity to one, plus infinity to win the tournament.
Racer, I hope you guys do well.
Appreciate that.
We hope you guys do well. We're not. This is a friendly program.
It is, but let them know. I'm gonna psych up the Family. The Family makes a run this weekend. All right.
Infinity.
Splash versus Goons.
Ooh.
Our boy Maki Robinson suspended for one game.
He is suspended for the first game.
That's probably
Splash.
Actually helps Splash.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That helps their odds. Splash hasn't won many games this year, which is crazy. You know what?
On the Goons is that?
That's Nick McLaughlin.
Yeah.
That's the Quinlans. They have a decent team. They play in Oak Lawn. Give me Splash by 1 run.
Splash -1.
Yeah.
Splash to win the tournament. Infinity, or are they plus 10,000?
Plus 2,500.
2,500. Wow, you're putting 25-1 odds on them. Oh, I like it. And what about the Goons? You got Goons -1, so you got to have Goons at what? Plus 3,000?
Yeah. That sounds about right.
Goons make a run, huh? All right, here's one of my favorite teams that I've picked all year. They've won 2 tournaments for me. My boys 10 deep.
Oh yeah.
They play the defending champions from 3 years ago in the A National Line Drive. So, Donnie, since we're on this topic, and I know people have been asking me, and people have been posting it, and people have been asking. I don't work for the SSA. I have no idea their logic and how they came up with it. I don't know. But Line Drive won the A National 3 years ago.
They did.
My guess is that Line Drive team that won the A National 3 years ago, that this team doesn't have 51% or more players on the team, and that's why they're allowing this team to go back to A National.
Is that the rule?
It used to be the rule.
Sounds like you work for the SSA.
Hey, me and Gio are buddies.
No.
Yeah, you guys are tight. You know what, Jim? Give me 10 deep in this game by 5 runs.
10 deep. -5, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
10 deep's good. They play Washington Park with gloves. This is nothing new. They hit the ball. They run the bases well. They'll be a good team in this tournament.
10 deep to run the tournament, to win the tournament. Plus 500?
Plus 350.
Ooh, 350. All right, boys. Boys from 10 deep.
Yeah,
you
right.
might be one. You might
Yeah,
be. You might be Uncle Jimmy's pick to win this tournament. You'll know at the end. Hook versus Goodwood.
Who was the first team?
Hook, Chad Hook's team sponsored it versus Goodwood.
Give me Hook. No, give me Goodwood. Coming off a Melrose Park championship. Goodwood. I don't know who's on Hook. Maybe Hook is an Iowa team.
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know Hook. It's kind of crazy that none of us have ever heard of him.
Who the hell is that?
Okay. Well, we'll move on. So the Hook, you're plus infinity to win the tournament. Our boys from Goodwood. Goodwood is
7, 8.
I'm gonna go 600 plus 600 for our
Okay.
boys from Goodwood.
Okay.
Hopefully they don't let us down.
They have.
They should have a top 4 finish this weekend.
They have let us down in the past.
All right. So they run into 10 deep in their second game though, so they might be in the losers bracket real quick.
That's a good game.
LBSC, our boys from Los Barachos. They play the West Side Outlaws.
That'll be a decent game. Oh, Sam Rogers said it's Los Lobos undercover. Well, then give me
Hook is from Iowa.
Goodwood by 100.
Hey, Donnie, let's talk about how the Los Lobos guys played for Signature for one game and then left your ass because they realized you guys were not cool.
There you go. You said it. One game and no glove. Yeah.
See how much I try to make you cool and then you just ruin it. Guys come and realize who you are. Fuck out quick.
Exactly.
LBSC West Side Outlaws. We got Los Lobos winning that, and then they run into Oboes in the next game. So Los Barachos plays Oboes. Who do you got there? Tommy, go to you, Tommy. You've been awful quiet. Looks like you got a lot on your mind.
Los Barachos and Oboes, I'll take the Barachos.
You take Barachos, okay?
I do, yeah.
All right, you got
to play with those guys in the Melrose tournament, so
LBSC and Oboes.
Well, Jim, you tell him he's being quiet, and then when he talks, you talk over him.
No, I'm asking him a question. What is the line?
I'll go 6.5.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah, that's good. That's a big line.
Yeah.
Did we just go?
You asked.
You're right.
All right. LBSC, the odds to win the tournament.
What'd you say, Tom?
I'll say, if you want me to, I'll say 350.
Yeah, it's fair.
I was going to go plus 400, so we'll go with fair. That works. The 100%. Clarence just said they should be a top 5 fave to win it all. Absolutely. I have them in my top 4 for this weekend, no doubt. Our boys, Francisco and
this is 40 deuce
and Chris Harrison on the mound for 40 deuce versus Wolfpack.
Chris Harrison. Someone sent us a text, Jimmy, and said we should have Chris Harris on the show because he's got some popular opinions about the game.
Chris Harrison might get a call from Uncle Jimmy.
Chris Harrison.
Give me 40 deuce by 1.
40 deuce. What do you got?
Lou Rossi.
What do you got there, Tommy?
I'll take 40 deuce.
All right, 40 deuce. Odds for 40 deuce to win the tournament.
Plus 4,000.
4,000.
Is that a lot?
2,500. 2,500.
Okay. All right,
yeah.
I'll meet you in the middle.
All right, I'll say 40 deuce to win the tournament. I'm going to go plus 10,000.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
Our boy Chris Harris is going to hold the fort down for a couple games. Let's not get crazy. Wasted grains versus ribs.
Ribs, baby. Show me the ribs. I wanted the ribs to make a run in this tournament.
Oh, my wife took the hat. I had the hat right here. She must have took it down.
Oh, you have a Rick's hat, not ribs.
I do now, from Forest Park, yeah.
Oh, you got one.
I stole one, yeah.
Does Richie Battistoni have a ribs hat?
I'm not sure.
They probably won't give him one.
No, I don't think they really like him too much.
Give me ribs by 4 runs.
4 runs, okay. 4 runs.
Ribs solid.
All right. What's the odds for ribs to win the tournament? Our boys from Forest Park, the Grunts crew.
Plus 1,800?
All right. You're a little more favorable than me. Tommy?
Yeah, I would say 2,500 again.
Attaboy, that's what I like to hear. I had plus 2,500 too. So,
Born Divine. Tony put the ribs at.
Born Divine versus Crush. So this is funny because I think the Crush roster is probably going to be most of the guys from Savage, O'Malley. The
Coach kids with them? Yeah.
Well, I don't know because normally those guys play with Crush.
Right.
They also play with Savage. So I'd be curious to see who Crush is going to have. Now, I think, and I don't know, but I'm just thinking, I don't think they can have more than 3 players off that Savage team. Is that correct? I don't know. I don't know what the A rule is now.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, Crush is Iowa.
This is Iowa Crush. But
not to be confused. You are right, Jim. There is a local team called Crush that played at the B level. I think they won B last year or 2 years ago, so it would make sense for them to be in the A division. So, Crush, who are they playing?
Crush plays Born Divine.
Clarence said Born Divine can beat any team if they're on their game. This might be a pick 'em.
Clarence, easy, buddy. Okay,
this might be a pick 'em. You're seeing Born Divine.
Born Divine and Crush. What do you got?
Give me an Iowa team winning this one. Give me Crush by 2.
Clarence, I'm going with Born Divine. Let's go, Clarence. Born Divine, baby. Don't listen to Cousin Donnie.
Fade Donnie. Fade Donnie.
Oh, Jim.
Born Divine plus 2 for $1 million.
Hey, you got it. What's Born Divine's odd to win the tournament, Jim?
Born Divine's odds to win the tournament, I got to go with probably about 2,500 to 1. 2,500 plus 2,500 roughly.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yes. What about Crush?
It's hard to put odds on a team I don't know.
You've done it?
Yeah. Infinity for Crush. They're a league team from Iowa. No offense to Iowa guys, but I got Crush at Infinity to 1. Unless they're bringing guys that are not on the roster.
They got Remo.
Remo?
Yeah.
Good young talent. So that's good to see. I'm happy that Crush is getting in. Good young talent. That's great. You got Clout and the Bullies.
Clout's another Iowa team, correct?
Yes. And the Bullies.
You know what?
What do you got there, Tommy?
I don't know much about the boys. I have heard of Clout, so I will take Clout 2.5.
Clout 2.5. That's not a bad. Yeah, I would fair. That's fair. Donnie, what do you got?
I'm taking the Bullies in this game.
Oh, you're taking the Bullies, huh?
I'm fading Tommy on this one. I'm going to take the Bullies. They've shown some progress this year at the B level.
All right, so we got Bullies that we're up against. We got Born Divine.
Cloud is not an Iowa team.
Who?
Cloud is an Illinois team. Didn't know that. You know what? That's on me.
Well, wait a minute though. To your defense, there was a team in Iowa.
Yeah, there definitely was. Yeah.
Okay, good. So I'm not that far off.
Sam Rogers, go have fucking surgery on your leg, all right? Stop doing it in our show before you get beat up again, all right?
Thanks, Tim.
I got your back, Donnie.
Thanks, man. But there is a Cloud Funk.
We ain't taking no shit from
Cloud
Sam.
is funk, did you say?
Cloud is funk.
Oh.
Okay.
Sal Petramalo, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely 2.5. Definitely 2.5.
You know what team I don't see in this is Rick's. Rick's didn't come down?
I guess not. Tyrone says Donnie's still mad Born Divine beat him in Harris. That's probably true. Yeah, that's a good point.
All right, so you got Clout and Bullies. You got Bullies, Subsidy, and Bankroll. Mickey Balestri on the hill for Bankroll. So
let's be sure Sub City is an Iowa team.
Sub City is an Iowa team. I've had this.
I think so.
I think so. Wait, Jim, I want to go back to a comment really quick. Bobby Ronald said, good luck to Smoke. I mean Hook. So Smoke is the team that's put together for A Nationals with some of those Savage guys.
But the question is Bobby?
Who are they going to have?
Is Bobby Ronald on?
Is he on Hook?
On the hill for Hook.
It's a great question. Changes everything.
If they are, what place are they going to come in, Donnie?
Second.
Yes. I agree. I agree. But they do play Goodwood in the first game, so that might be a little tough matchup for them.
Yeah.
All right, Subsidy and Bankroll. Subsidy's got 4 quality players, and they're facing Mickey Balestri on the hill. So that's a +2 for runs for Subsidy.
Yep.
So what do you think? Does Mickey Balestri shut down Subsidy in the first game?
Just depends on who shows up for Bankroll. Yeah, give me Bankroll in this game.
Yeah.
I like Bankroll in this one.
So are they gonna allow Maddie to play in this game, even though he's on money line, coach's money line? Are they gonna allow Marty Dozen to play, even though he plays on money line?
Great questions.
What do you think?
we should have someone on the show with us that could just answer everything.
Hey, I would love to have the SSA guys on the show. We've asked them, you know that.
I know.
We've had a lot of them though.
Hence my joke.
But Donnie, we've had a lot of them. A lot of the guys are supportive. I mean, they are. We've asked Gio too. These, obviously declined.
But, a couple times, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. They don't have to come on the show. We got handsome guys like Tommy Lentine Jr.
Yeah, you're right.
All right. Next game, Traffic and Menace. Man, those are 2 good games right there.
Oh, that's a good game. That's a good game right there.
Tommy, we'll go to you. Traffic and Menace. I'm sick of talking to Donnie.
That is a good game. That is I'll go Traffic 2.5.
Northside guy picking a Northside team. Look at that. Traffic 2.5.
What do you got?
It's my pen. It's a golf club. I'm writing these down because
I got you.
Traffic -2.5.
Give me Menace. Maybe.
Donnie?
I want Menace. I'll take Menace with runs. If you give me Menace +2.5, I'm fine with it.
I mean, dude, Tommy might be drinking fucking something. I got Menace 2 +2.5. He's drinking that Northside Kool-Aid, and
he's at Edison Park Inn right now.
Yeah,
I wish.
I'm gonna take.
I was just there.
My opinion.
Nice.
I think if they have the team they had out for Forest Park, which I think they didn't pick up anybody, I think Menace finishes top 5 in the A National. Give me odds on that, Donnie. Give me odds on now. Better right now.
They won the play-in. They looked really good against other teams of that level. Menace to win the tournament's probably like plus 700.
I also got to think. You also got to look at the draw. Okay?
Yeah, Traffic's a tough team in the first round.
Traffic's a tough team, but then they play a team. If they win, they play NXT. I don't know who that is.
Someone made a comment about NXT. I'll find it. Keep going.
And then if they win that, they're going to play either Bankroll, Clout, or Subsidy or Bullies. And so they win their first 3 games. They're going to be in the top 5. They'll finish top 5. So my prediction looks pretty good. Menace makes a run to the winners bracket final.
Just a heads up on NXT. That's my brother and nephew's team. A lot of the young talent, including Jalen Smith's brother, Jathan Smith, expecting them to perform well. So that's a team out of Iowa, NXT.
All right. So once again, Menace beats Traffic, beats NXT, beats Bankroll or Sub City, and they get to the Final Four of the winners bracket. Final Four of the winners bracket, they'll play our boys from 40 Deuce. Send 40 Deuce, Chris Harrison to the losers bracket. And Menace will be in the winners bracket championship, playing Future.
There you go.
That's my prediction.
I like it.
All right. Donnie, the most important question. Tommy, we'll start with you. Who wins the A National this weekend in Carroll Stream?
All right, the winner will be, I'm gonna say.
And before you say it, let's make a bet.
Is Los Lobos in it?
If one of us three picks the winner, the other two's got to buy him dinner. Deal?
Deal.
All right. Go ahead. Tommy, who do you got?
All right. I'm going to take Los Barachos.
Okay. Tommy takes LBSC. All right. Donnie.
First of all, we have a comment from Miss Lauren that says, "Woohoo, Tommy looks good." So great shout out from someone you may know.
Tommy, is she looking at me, Tommy?
No.
Probably. I don't blame her.
Clearly said Tommy. Is she watching from another room in the house right now?
No, she's working, unfortunately, tonight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look at the smile on his face while he's at work. Sorry, Lauren, just had to say that.
Let's see. Who's going to win A Nationals? I know. Man, I think I'm going to take the Future.
Donnie with Future.
Or 10 Deep. The Future or 10 Deep. That will be two. Those would be the one or the other for sure.
So I know that 10 Deep, Goodwood, LBSC, they're all in that tough little bracket there. Yeah. I think the winner that gets out of there will play Future. I'm taking Menace to win the whole thing.
Yeah, Menace could do it.
I think Menace has the right draw. I think that I hope they have their same players that they have for Forest Park. So if those players, anyone from Menace is out there, drop it in the comment. I hope before I make this official, please let me know if you're going to have your full roster. But I think Menace, in my opinion, is the team that wins the A National this weekend in Carroll Stream. And I think they go out on Clout 9, smoking and doing all that great stuff.
Clout 9.
Yeah.
The Iowa team, Clout 9.
Yeah. So
let me ask you this, Jim.
Yeah.
Which Iowa team will have the top finish this weekend?
Let me look at my cheat sheet. Well, you have how many Iowa teams in it?
Go on. You're looking at it. I don't know.
I mean, if guys are not dicking around, I've counted 4.
Oh, that's it? Because there are some teams that were classified as major, correct? Like your F-Town.
F-Town was major last year.
Dover. So those teams will play
in
the major club.
I don't know if Stover's going for major nationals. I haven't heard anything from those guys. They're pretty to themselves. I mean, I would think they would go.
Sam says Resmondo. Sam says 6 Iowa teams, I believe.
Yeah, see, there's a couple in there that. So if it's 6 teams, then I think Sub City.
Okay.
They stand out to me.
They got to get through Mickey Balestri.
Right.
They get through Mickey, they might win the whole thing. Should be 5. Legends, Crush, Moody's, Sun City, Crush again, and NXT.
Oh, I forgot Moody's because we didn't say Moody's. They had a bye. They play a winner every
Oh.
time. Yeah. So I forgot Moody's. I think Sub City.
Okay.
I don't know NXT.
Let me see. I'm going to say NXT.
They're the young kids.
Yeah.
Sub City's probably got if they can get by bankroll, they got an easy roll.
Yeah.
I feel like that bracket down below is wide open.
Yeah, Nate, we did want to see Rick's. They said that Rick's backed out due to some internal issues this weekend.
Really?
So that sucks.
Really?
Rick's is a tough team. It was a hard-nosed team. Runner-up at B Nationals. But yeah, I think I'm going to go with NXT as the top finishing Iowa team in a Glove National. Tommy, who do you got?
I would probably say Sub City too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 2 Sub Cities and an NXT. Our boy Sam Rogers is lighting up the chat. Did he actually have surgery, and how's he doing?
I don't know if he had surgery yet. I'll have to ask him. Maybe he's on the medication.
Is he back drinking again?
No, that's definitely not.
Sam, when you start drinking again, me and Donnie will go to church.
Jimmy, if you walked into church, you would burn up.
I was at church on Saturday.
I love it. Good for you.
I went for a full mass on Saturday. I was there for a wedding, but the wedding didn't.
It doesn't count.
And the church did not fall down.
All righty. That's all for me, Jim.
So our boy Wag says wasted time.
Is that another Iowa team?
I don't know. I didn't see it on the list.
Joke. All righty.
Well, boys, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. Like I said, if we want to talk more, we'll talk more.
Yep. We'll be in contact. I'm sure you'll be one of the people that we call. So Donnie and I have a nice little list together that we're going to be putting together. And we have a lot of names on the list already. So it should be interesting. But Tommy, we appreciate you coming on tonight. And everything that you brought to the show. I think it's really good ideas. And thank you.
Thanks, Tom.
Of course. Thanks, guys. Thanks. Best luck to you guys going forward, especially at Major Nationals. And go Los Barachos. And really quick shout out to my Chiefs guys. Semifinals championship tomorrow at Pioneer on the north side. So good luck.
So just to confirm, before you go, you have Los Barachos. Donnie has Future. I have Menace.
Yep.
I'm not a cheap date, so you guys know. Come on, Menace. Let's go, boys. I'll be out there cheering them on. So.
All right, boys.
Yeah, Tom.
All right. So, very good ideas from our boy Tommy.
This has been a great chat. The chat's been great tonight.
It's been incredible. So, I love the fact that we went through the A National. I love the fact that we talked about the major game and what we've been – it ties into what we've talked about for the last handful of years with our guests and everything else, right? So, really, really cool. And I think it's something that we could take and try to do and make changes, you know?
Yep.
I'm hoping that Major Nationals is something that we can work together with the SSA, hopefully, and they understand that we're not doing this to bash them. We're not doing this, I'm excited that they're allowing us to run the home run derby, Donnie.
Yep.
And I know they've asked me, I don't know, a handful of times. We're not live streaming. We're not live streaming on our page. We'll share their live stream. Like that's not why we're doing it. We've said that from day one. So we want to do it because we want to bring excitement. I think we also want to do. So we had some good ideas for it. We want to bring that, right? So with sponsors, of course, my bar being 6 minutes away from the field, it's just a good way to do everything that we can to help promote the game. And I think it's going to be pretty entertaining. What's your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it in the last show and the rules and how, trying to get as many people involved as possible, cash prize, bat giveaway, awesome stuff. Very excited about it, honestly. And I can't wait till we get closer to the day and we can be a part of it.
So, special shout out to Mike from Cut Shots Hendricks. He's going to be sponsoring the 16-inch balls for the Home Run Derby.
Nice.
So I believe we ordered 4 dozen. Plus, I don't know what we're going to do, Donnie, but we're going to have to figure out some extra used good balls too that we can have for the Home Run Derby. But I think the 48 that we're going to throw out there, I think should be enough.
It's great.
For the 12-inch, I've been on communication with Helmer, Chad, Travis Clark, and then Kyle Pearson. And then I also asked Bill Pearson, Wild Bill, who's been on our show. Matter of fact, all those guys have been on our show. It's crazy to say. Every one of those guys. I asked them for 12-inch balls as well. So,
sweet.
And I think that's a cool thing, right? So hopefully they'll be able to donate some 12-inch balls. Donnie, I think the first 14 minutes we're gonna make it a minute to 15 seconds, kind of what Yuma does, and then when we get to the 12-inch ball, I just think because they're only getting possibly one pitch if they don't hit it out, there's no time limit on it, right?
Yeah.
So we'll put those rules out there. I think a good time to put them out there is next week. We'll chat with everybody and we'll go from there. So I got to get those over to Tyler and the SSA, and I'll do that, and we'll get that over to them. I did get a fence, so the park actually had a fence that they're going to put up. So I got to work with Tyler in that, and what fence, where we're going to put that fence. We're going to probably hit into the field with trees.
Okay.
So if a 12-inch, it's like 400 and it's almost 500 feet. If they were to hit it on soccer fields over there on the other side of those trees on Friday night, there's no lights out there on the soccer field, so there's going to be no one playing soccer. So I'm not worried about any safety issues. If there's a lefty, they're going to be hitting it onto a golf course. There's no lights on a golf course.
Nighttime.
Yeah, so I'm not really worried about any injuries or anything like that from a safety perspective. I'm not sure who we're going to have shag balls now. I think we could probably get some kids out there, or we can get some players out there just to shag and throw back.
I'm sure people would. Yeah, that's not going to be a problem.
I think we'll do something along those lines. And then, and so, I mean, it's starting to just set up pretty good. The week before the Home Run Derby, I'm going to have a sign-up sheet, and then we're going to also have a sign-up sheet the day of the tournament, or the day of the Home Run Derby, just like what Yuma does it. They do it up to about 30 minutes prior to the Home Run Derby. You can sign up. I mean, why change it? It works in Yuma, right? It works.
Right.
And they get a good crowd for it. It's a great time. So there's no reason to change what already works. And we'll kind of do it the very similar concept. I've got you and Steve Cashel on the mic. We
Can't wait
to get a PA system, though. We have to bring speakers and a PA system for you guys because the park does not have one.
Okay.
So we have to work on that. All we need is probably, I don't know, a couple speakers with a microphone, right? I mean, we don't need
2 mics.
You're going to put one speaker on each side of home plate facing the crowd, and you guys are going to announce what you see. I think that's going to be entertaining too. So,
I'm excited.
Maybe I'll mic myself up. I'm not, like just so you guys can hear me. Or whatever the case may be when people are hitting, so I can count home runs and do those type of things. But it ain't going to be, you and Steve are going to be completely on the mic 100%. And we're going to run with that. So Steve, I talked to Steve again today. He's 100% in. So it's, I think it'll be really cool for us. Gio's going to be live streaming it, I believe. I don't see why he wouldn't. I believe he'll be live streaming the Home Run Derby, which I think that'll be cool. So we're all set.
It's great.
All right.
Can't wait, Jim. Yeah, can't wait.
All right, anything you want to ask before we go?
Nope, I'm all good. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys for supporting the show and all the great comments tonight. We had a ton of comments rolling in. So have yourselves a great week, and we'll see you guys later this week, I believe Sunday night.
Yep. Appreciate you guys watching the Uncle Jimmy Cousin Donnie show, sponsored by the Beacon Tab, Signature Transportation Group, and Mom and Dad Walk.